Hi, this is Father Mike, and these are my Friday ramblings. Over the last few weeks, I've been looking at a life plan and trying to work out what some of my goals might be, both now and into the future. I've mentioned them before, and it's a little bit challenging to try to think what the end point would be, what I would like to achieve, what I would like to achieve in 5 years, which quite possibly is the length of time I'm here as the parish priest of the Kingston Channel Parish, although God willing I might be able to go longer. But also, what am I doing at the present moment towards achieving those goals? One of those activities is to have an ideal week, or at least to look at an ideal week and see how I can try to block things out so that I have time for prayer, time for spiritual reading, time for homily preparation, as well as other events as are needed in the parish, and pastoral work as well. So there's lots of different options, and our message series at the moment is Take No Offence, and one of those, the things that are suggested us to be kind of careful about, is to look at what are some of the things that can lead us into temptation, that can allow us to take offence at what happens to other people. And so it's very easy to try to find ways of avoiding people. And so as I've been mapping out my ideal week, I've been taking a little bit of extra care to ensure that there is time for pastoral planning and pastoral activities. So when you're looking at your own life, do you kind of look to see whether there are ways in which you can make time to do the things that need to be done, rather than doing things that have to be done and then trying to find time later? One of the principles that I'm trying to live by, although I still get challenged by it, is what's called the principle of generous living. And if you take it into, say, just even your finances, it suggests that the first activity is to give, then to save, and then to spend. I suspect most of us live in the reality of spend, save if there's anything left, and if there's anything after that, then we give. But when you take it into this line of generous living, it's what am I giving to others? What am I giving back to God in order that I might be able to grow as a person? What then do I spend my time on? What do I save? What do I build up to give myself recreation? And then how do I spend the rest of my time so that it's now productive time rather than just activity? Which is not to say that sometimes there are things going to impose on us and change what we do. That's part of the story of life. But if I live and try to live this activity of generous living, then my first effort is going to be giving. What am I giving back to God? What am I giving to my community? And how do I make that the best possible work I can do? Obviously, it has to be done at a time when I have the most energy, when I have the most to give, rather than leaving it to the end. And that's the challenge of generous living. It's not to leave things to the end point, but rather to give at the very best time, the very best way we can. So as you think about your week, and as you think about what you have to do into the future, perhaps you might just consider this challenge of generous living. To give, to save, and to spend. And know that when you do live like that, then in fact you're beginning to understand how God wants us to live. Not just to do stuff, but to be. Project Compassion this year is about be more, rather than having more, but being more. So I'd encourage you to consider what you might do in order to make this journey of Lent and your life more a sense of generous living, so that you can give back to God what He has given to you. Have a great day, have a great weekend, and I look forward to catching you next time. God bless.